There we go. The good old stream up and running again. I don't think anybody's online. So it'll probably just be me for today. We'll see. I have some good old KovaaKs to do, as per usual. You move my stuff around. Still got, let's see, one. We'll say 1, 2, 3 main improvements to make right now for the setup, and then I'm all done. One is getting the arms to mount my monitors so they're a little bit more adjustable and I have some more desk space for other things. 2 is to get the KovaaKs so my audio and everything is a little bit easier to do, but I'm going to get the mounts first so I have space for it. And then I got that, eventually, probably, I'll get the webcam. Just to give that personal touch. For now, time for good old eye exercises, basically treating this like my field of view, except I'll use my actual field of view. I'll trace, somewhere over here. Go like this, go to here, A. Trace like this, go as far out as I can. B, so on and so forth. C, stuff like that. And that'll be a good little eye warm-up. Kind of like swinging your arms around. Getting warmed up before some push-ups. I try to actually trace it as much as possible, not just flick to every spot. So I want to have actual control wherever I'm looking. Alrighty. That should be good enough for a quick little warm-up. I forget what my goals are specifically for each of these, but I'll kind of revisit it on a semi-weekly basis. We just hit 15 days. I think right about at the 12 to 14 day mark, somewhere in there. I went from averaging silver scores to, I want to say averaging at least gold probably for most. And there's a good number of them that I hit plat, but those were for high scores. I don't know what my averages were. My goal is not to reach high scores of Jade for Voltaic, but to reach averages of Jade for Voltaic. I would like Jade to be a norm, which is crazy because I don't know what's gonna be. I don't know what's gonna be the high end for that, but I know that even with consistent plat level aim, but good decision making skills, there's a lot I can do with that. So, alrighty, off we go. Start with whatever. Oh, okay, it's gonna be this one first. Goodness sakes, first one's always rough. That's why I do this. I guess I'm not actually doing bad. That is... Again, if my high score is roughly 10 to 20% higher than my average, and I would say my average is about 7,000, high score being almost 9,000. We'll just pretend it's 7 and 9. Then if my high score... Screw it, I'll just actually do the math here. If I move the decimal place 1, then it's about 1,400 higher than this. And 1,400 higher than this is in fact my high score. So this is still within reason to me. As long as my average is somewhere around here. So that's good. I can do that. This is going to be crazy because if this was my average, my high score would be over 10,000, you know? Which would put me pretty high up there. I don't know where. Maybe in the top 600 or 700? Maybe? I don't know. Question mark. I don't know if it's just the background or what it is, but everything looks kind of shaky, vibrate like. It's almost like the way the diac works and everything is actually a bit off at this exact moment. I can't tell. I am gripping my mouse the wrong way too. There we go. Meh. Again, within reason. As long as my high score was 120-ish or lower, that was good. This one's a bit closer, so actually I have a chance to beat that with how close I am. I know a couple of things that I need to get better at, particularly the speed at which I can track to where my eyes are looking, which I think is something that's just going to take quite a bit of time. Sometimes talking helps, sometimes it doesn't. I think initially talking does not help, but then the more that I talk, the more it helps to kind of dissociate a bit, so I'm really just doing instead of trying to think about it, because that's what should be happening here. My brain can figure out all the patterns. It's my job to try and stay focused to it, which, funny enough for me, talking about it is part of staying focused to it. Okay, jumpy boy. This one is always the freaking death of me. Ugh. This one's harder to gauge, but I feel like it's close. Goodness sakes. That one was moving faster, what the heck? I think this one's pretty good because it really forces me to get good at the strafing part, but keep in mind that there are occasional up and down strafes, but there's just so much going on that it's easier for me to get a little bit overwhelmed with all the information coming in at me. Those ones are nice to have too. This one's just fun. And it's so simple that I think I underestimate it. It's so simplistic in nature that it seems like, oh yeah, just shoot the target, yeah, totally. And then you try and shoot them, and sometimes the angle it's at, you think you're shooting it, but you're not. It's weird, you kind of just have to chill almost. It's weird. Some of these, it's almost like going slower, or what feels like slower, is really faster. Smooth is fast. I would like to get on target a little faster. I'm kind of tired. I guess it's mildly understandable that I'm not going to get like my usual score, which is 80 or 68. I almost always get 68 on that one. It drives me nuts. That percentile's up there. But there's still 2,000 people almost that I can try and get past. That's hard. Oh, still. That's close enough. I could probably get to maybe 92. If I like grinded that one out. Wonder where that would put me. Jeez. People are insane. Next. Pretty sure he's not supposed to fly all the way up out on that part of everything. Why couldn't I move? What the? Oh my gosh, I struggled that time, that's for sure. Not sure why. Some of these, I still think my biggest issue, I don't know the cause for sure, I feel like it's muscle memory to my eye movement, which I'm learning in all these, but it seems fast strafes with a lot of redirection. I really struggle. I've seen some of the best runs, and it seems like they all have super high sense, super twitchy aim. They're not actually tracking very well at all. They just are so fast at adjusting that instead of going with a direction for a while, they literally just readjust like every 50 milliseconds. So it simulates what would be like tracking. But it's actually just really, really jittery flick aim that happens a lot. I don't want to do that. Might be that's what I have to do, but... Oof. Yeah, I'm gonna feel a bit of a hit, that's for sure. Tired and ate a lot of food recently. Didn't take anything in the morning to tell my body that it's time to wake up. So I'll probably be a little slower. Oh well, I'll do my best. Given the circumstances. That's pretty good. Oh, yeah, there we go. There's one playthrough. Be nice to do 3 of these a day. That'd be really nice. I'll have to figure out what it would take to get into that. Off we go, try again. Okay, now I'm actually looking at the target. That was a very interesting shift. That was an interesting shift. I kind of felt that. I need to remember that feeling. May have only been, you know, a point higher, but again, imagine if I got a point higher every single day. Wouldn't take that long to get past. So that's... I'm down for 1 point of improvement. Heck yeah. Nice. I locked up, I think, 3 separate times there. And then I missed a handful of targets. So, if I just don't miss the targets, easy. Ah, darn. I might have gotten 1 or 2 more if those didn't bounce weird, but that wouldn't have been enough to break it. Still, better than before. Still good. Just didn't beat my high score. Oh well. Come here, you. How is that fair? Oh my gosh. You're not supposed to do that. Gosh dang it, if it didn't go like actually to the moon. Oh well. I definitely noticed that I'm improving on this one, and part of it is being warmed up. I think it's a huge part of it. But another part of it is that I'm actually focusing on the target. I'm just shooting about when I'm pretty sure I would be on target. I'm not actually waiting to see if I'm on target, but I know that I am center of screen, very close. So that'll get better with time, I'm sure. This might still be kind of fast for me, but after some practice, it definitely feels notably slower. It's such a weird feeling. It's not quite slow enough that I can perfectly track it, but it's enough that I can see it. Ran out of space. Again, good chunk of improvement. I think I was 74 before, so that's all I'm going for. This just tells me the more I practice, the more likely I am to improve my averages. And if my averages maintain themselves at 10 to 20% below the high score, then the closer it gets, the more likely I am to beat that high score one of those times. And it tends to be that it will then go back to being closer to a 20% improvement over my average a lot of the time. How are you? Trying. Oh. Who might be messaging me at this hour? That one's still rough for me. Well, I'm gonna put this stream on pause then. I don't have any viewers right now, but I got a buddy who needs some help with something, so I will be back.